I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
It's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing.
Trump could be Diddy's only escape, and it might be crazier not to believe it. Beyond the headlines, there's a deeper, darker controversy that could change everything. Trump's own name has appeared in the infamous Epstein files. And with Diddy now facing similar accusations, some are starting to wonder, is Trump stepping in to help Diddy or to protect himself? 50 Cent and Suge Knight have already spoken out, adding fuel to the fire. Their comments have turned Diddy's legal battle into a full-blown media circus. But the moment Trump's name enters the picture, this shifts from a celebrity scandal to a potential political earthquake. Could this be more than a power play? A move to stop buried secrets from ever seeing the light of day? Diddy is being accused of sex trafficking and other crimes by several people, including Mia, a former employee who claims he sexually assaulted her. She's not alone. Cassie Ventura and other women have come forward, building a case that's growing stronger by the day. What started as a court case is now a spectacle, one pulling in powerful names and possibly old secrets. Now that Trump, 50 Cent, and Suge Knight are all in the mix, Diddy's trial is more than just a legal fight. It's turning into a high-stakes political and media showdown, with consequences that could reach far beyond the courtroom. Stay tuned as we dive into the explosive twist, hidden motives, and the question everyone's afraid to ask. Is Trump really trying to save Diddy or save himself? Could Trump's pardon be Diddy's get-out-of-jail-free card? Donald Trump has given controversial pardons to people like Lil Wayne, Kodak Black, and Joe Arpaio in the past. This shows that he usually helps his political image or appeals to his supporters by forgiving people. Trump can pardon federal crimes because it's in the Constitution. This means that Diddy doesn't have to be found guilty or even officially charged before he steps in. A pardon before Diddy is even charged would be a bold strategic move, one that could raise legal eyebrows and political tensions. Why would Trump want to step in, though? Some might say it's just a media stunt, but the political effects can't be denied. A pardon for Diddy would fit with Trump's past of supporting famous people, and it could help him look like a champion for the rich, even when he's in trouble. Here comes 50 Cent. Diddy's case would not be the media circus it is today without the involvement of his longtime foe. People are even more interested because 50 Cent always has something to say on social media and has a history of competition with Diddy. His participation, whether direct or indirect, makes it harder for Diddy to stay out of the public eye. This is all making the case more dramatic. But the real question remains, could Trump's pardon actually tilt the scales in Diddy's favor? Or is this just another power play in a game that's bigger than the courtroom? Here's where it gets even crazier. The role of 50 Cent and Suge Knight. With 50 Cent and Suge Knight in Diddy's legal fight, it could turn into a media circus instead of a court case. 50 Cent has been very public about his business dispute with Diddy. He is known for making sharp public comments and being active on social media. 50 Cent took shots at Diddy with an AI spoof of the TV show Family Matters.
It's a rare condition this day and age to demand a freak off with so much rage. A stranger's addiction.
Because he has said bad things about Diddy's business methods in the past, the media is going crazy about the case, which is now more about personal rivalries than just legal claims. Because 50 Cent can change people's minds through his platforms, the case has become even more dramatic. The notorious former CEO of Death Row Records, Suge Knight, has also caused trouble from prison. Knight thinks it's possible that Trump would quickly pardon Diddy if he is found guilty. When Suge talks about this, it brings up old feelings of anger from their famous fight in the 90s. Suge's power, especially among hip-hop fans, could change people's minds, which would make Diddy's already complicated trial even more interesting. The balance of power in this makes it even more intriguing. Trump's possible role is more than just a pardon. It's a piece in a bigger political game. Trump is known for being able to change the stories that the media tells about him. He could use Diddy's trial as a way to gain power and improve his public image. It won't just be about Diddy avoiding charges if Trump steps in. It will also be a fight over who has control of the story, the courts or the White House. Here is where it gets even crazier. The case against Diddy.
She described the freak-offs in lurid detail. She testified about Diddy, who she called Sean, choreographing it all. And she explained a pattern of physical abuse that she could not escape. Cassie told the jury about one freak-off at a hotel where Diddy told her to get into an inflatable pool filled with warm baby oil.
One thing is clear about Diddy's case. Even if he gets away with it, his image could be hurt. Cassie Ventura, who used to date Diddy, is now one of the most important people in this case. There is more and more proof against the music mogul thanks to her testimony, which includes claims of abuse and coercion. But Cassie isn't the only one who has accused him. Mia and other victims have also come forward, adding to the story of violence, manipulation, and exploitation. But the question that still stands is this: could a presidential pardon keep Diddy out of jail but ruin his career and legacy? Diddy might not get in trouble with the law, but the damage to his public image might not be fixable. The trial is no longer just about the law. It's also about image and power, and the stakes are higher than ever. How the politics behind pardons plays into Diddy's trial.
President's power to grant pardons or reprieves is quietly one of the broadest powers granted to the executive in the Constitution.
The president can pardon people under the U.S. Constitution, and Trump has used this power many times to make comments, reward loyal people, and change public opinion. Trump has often seemed to be more interested in politics than in being fair to the law when he pardons people. From Roger Stone, Lil Wayne, and the entire J6 crew to political friends and celebrities. Could Diddy be next on that list? Diddy's pardon might be more than just the right thing to do legally. It might also be a smart political move. Trump's followers have praised him for standing up for powerful people. Pardon for Diddy could be seen as an act of defiance against the system, which would add to Trump's image as someone who questions the way things are. Backing Diddy could deepen Trump's identity as a political wildcard, someone who disrupts, defends, and distracts. But what would a pardon do to his track record as a politician? Would it make his supporters even more loyal? Or would it make people who already say he favors the rich even more likely to criticize him? As Trump thinks about this choice, the reasons he might get involved in Diddy's trial are both legal and political. This could be another move in his ongoing power game, or it could go wrong and make him an even more unpopular figure. Trump's influence. Will his choice be a political show or a legal move that changes everything for Diddy? It's hard to ignore the balance of power when Trump pardons individuals who have committed wrongdoings. If he steps in, the trial could turn from a court case into a fight for power between the White House and the courtroom. It's not clear what will happen to Diddy if he stays silent, though. This makes the case even less clear. Trump's power isn't limited to the courts. It extends deep into the media and public perception. And let's not forget, Trump and Diddy aren't strangers. Trump has reportedly attended Diddy's parties in the past, and their circles have overlapped in celebrity and business spaces for years. Even more curious, Trump's name has appeared in the infamous Epstein files, sparking questions about whether his interest in the case could be more than political. Could a pardon be part of a deeper connection? Is this about loyalty, shared secrets, or protecting reputations? The media frenzy around Trump's possible involvement could shift focus from the courtroom to the court of public opinion, raising the stakes not just for Diddy, but for Trump himself. Could this trial bring hidden relationships to light, or is it all just political theater? Will this trial bring justice, or just protect power? Tell us what you think below. Subscribe and stay tuned for more. If you thought this was crazy, you need to check out the 7 times Young Thug disrespected other rappers.